Come on in. Welcome to Tater's Big Show Hangover. It is episode Dirty Tree. That's right, it's Dirty Tree. as Woodrow Boudreaux would say, Dirty Tree. This is the 33rd time having one more round together. Plenty to get to this episode. Thanks for being here. We've got your comments, your questions, some Tatertainment news for episode 33, and actually have some good news, of all things. Who would have thunk it? There's some good news stories out there. First, still calculating the nicknames for followers. Last week I was using Taterheads, thanks to Kevin Green's suggestion, Taterheads, to see how that felt. You know, I said, hey, shout out to all you Taterheads. Another suggestion has come to my eye. Tater wedges. Anyone? Tater wedges. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Nunnally, for that. I'm going to try that on this episode, so be sure to let me know if it feels like y'all. Let me know on Facebook, Instagram, Spotify, in the YouTube comments and whatnot. If you wanna. You don't gotta. Just if you wanna. You tater wedges. We're going to come up with one. It's a hard thing to kind of do a survey for, but we're getting really close. Taterhead wedges, tater spud, hangover heads. Lots of them out there. I was online because my nephew is a freshman this year, and so he's on the JV football team. Way to go, Miles! And so I'm on the website of the Spirit Gear. Spirit Gear. I never had to do that, never had any kids, so Spirit Gear. There's a lot of stuff out there. It used to be that my last encounter with that was you bought it at the local sporting goods store that had my high school logo on a few things. This is a whole website with their gear. So I was looking at some shirts so that I could wear them to the games. And then I go to checkout, and apparently you can personalize it and you can decorate the back of it. So I could put his name and the number of his jersey, or I could just put my name, or I could just put his name. And I first did my first round of it, and my T-shirt was going to cost me somewhere like $62 because of all this stuff I added on it. I tried to scale that back and not put the big number on the back with his name, and just put, I even had Aunt Marcy and his number. I digress. There was an option to put a little tiny number and name on the yoke. Never heard of that. And I thought, well, that's a little spot up there. I could put that on the T-shirt and see if I can get my cost to go down. Apparently not. There's a yoke tax. It costs like $5 to put the least amount of ink on the back of this T-shirt. And I will do it because I love them. But I just never knew about a yoke. That's my main thing for telling you about this. I didn't know that panel of fabric across the upper back part of the shoulders there that connects the collar to the main body of the shirt was called a yoke. So I had to Google it. Thank goodness for the Google machine. It's called a yoke. Do you know why it's called a yoke? Anyone? Bueller? Because it mimics the wooden harness placed across the shoulders of working oxen or draft animals, and that wooden harness is called a yoke? Look at all you going, of course, we knew that. I had no idea. I've been wearing shirts with yokes for as long as I've been wearing shirts. And I never knew it was called a yoke. Thought it was just that spot under the collar. I have to go and buy some football fan gear to find out about a yoke. Came across a question from Chad Fischel. Chad Fischel asked, what happened during the breaks during the big show? That is a very broad topic. So let's just see. Let's say it's 7:15 a.m. in 2004, and you're listening to commercials, Chad, because we at 7:15, we're in a stop set and getting ready to play John Boy Jeopardy. So here's what actually happened while you were doing and driving or whatever and waiting for John Boy Jeopardy. So the John Boy and Billy are out on the patio taking a smoke break. First and foremost, 2004, definitely both of them were smoking. Out the door they go. Lots of things happened on the smoking porch. A lot of show prep ideas, a lot of, chit chat. That's where you would find them. Jackie, at this time, is getting listeners lined up to play John Boy Jeopardy, and we'd need at least 3 or 4 to play. So she's in there getting the callers. So that's what she's doing. Randy usually stayed in the studio. He never really left the studio unless he had to go pee. If he needed something out of the studio, we would run and get it for him. That's the way I remember it, Randy. He would stay in the studio unless he maybe get something off the printer if someone wasn't already going out that way. Now, I was bouncing around, making like another pot of coffee, maybe getting something off the printer for Randy, finally getting some makeup on at 7:15. I was going between, the office and the copier and the front desk. All that kind of was right there together, gathering whatever we were going to need for the next bit. And then maybe another box of, and then some housekeeping stuff, maybe another box of tissues because we were out, or getting people snacks, those kind of things. Pillars would be in the office telling, of course, silly, gross stories, or trading jabs with me. And we would be going back and forth as far as that. Or maybe he was working on a song if he was getting ready to come in and sing a song for the new bit at 7:50. What else? Near the end of the break, Jackie either would holler at me. We'd kind of relay it. She'd holler at me and tell them they had like 1 minute left for me to go tell them. So then I would go out on the smoking porch and tweak the time a little bit and tell them they had 30 seconds. So they would wrap it up, put out the cigarettes, grab their coffee, and go back into the studio. If I wasn't available, if I happened to be down the hall getting something, or she was done with the callers and just ran out herself, she would go and tell them, 1 minute, guys, wrap it up. And that's how we kept them on the clock to come back in. So if scripts were coming off the printer, I would gather up those. And if I would highlight the parts, break them all into their parts, and everybody would get a copy of the script. That really wasn't in my job description. It just sort of happened that I did it one time, and then it became my job. So I would be told when Billy Pillars or Randy sent something to the printer and that they needed to be distributed, like playhouses or whatever. That was my job. And I would get it and I would highlight everybody so they would have their parts because they were all on the same page. Does that make sense? I think it makes sense. For many of the new bits, there were like 2 to 3 scripts. So I'd go through those. A lot of times if people were just seeing it for the first time, except for Billy, depend on who wrote them. If Billy wrote them, he definitely knew it was coming on. If Pillars wrote them, he knew, and the rest of us didn't. Pillars was really good with me. He would give it to me a week ahead of time because he worked that far in advance. And so if I was something huge in the script, I'd have some time to look it over, especially if it was me doing like Debbie Dunbar or Mary Busey or any of the Ricky B. Lucy skits. I would get the script ahead of time. And that's pretty much what would happen. And everybody would run back in and sit down, boom, bam, be ready to go.
Welcome to John Boy and Billy Playhouse. Today's episode, The Job Application. Our story opens in the personnel department of the Brushywood Power and Light Company.
Mr. Kavanaugh.
Holy Pete. Yes, Miss Summer?
Mr. Boudreau has finished his application.
Yes, very good. Send him in. And while you're out, would you please mind shaving?
Yes, thank you. Mr. Boudreau, right this way.
Thank you so much, ma'am. You're a mighty fine-looking sack of woman.
Gee, thanks. I think.
I'm not sure which one frightens me more. Come on in, have a seat there, Mr. Boudreau. I'm Fred Kavanaugh, Director of Personnel. So, you're applying for the meter reader job, eh?
Yes, sir, that's right. I'm from South Louisiana. I've been reading meter for the Thibodeau Electric Company for 22 years. That woman said the job starts first thing in the morning.
Yes, it does. Just have a look at your application here. Yep. Oh. Well, I'm afraid I can't make out some of what you've written here, Mr. Boudreau. In fact, to be honest with you, sir, I can't understand anything you've written here.
What do you mean?
Well, as far as I can see, you've just filled up the entire page with random squiggles and drawings of little animals.
Oh, Dad, I can explain that. See, in South Louisiana, we got a different way to wrote stuff down.
But this looks like some kind of cross between Egyptian hieroglyphics and bathroom graffiti. Sir, I'm afraid this won't do at all.
Why not?
Well, you see, Mr. Boudreau, being a meter reader involves writing precise measurements down on an official form. You can't have you doodling birds and bees all over the place.
I understand what you're saying, but to tell you the truth, I think my way is just as good as your way. Let me explain. Look right here. What that look like?
Looks like a drawing of a group of trees.
That's what it is, and that represents the number 9.
I'm not following you.
Well, you got a tree and a tree and a tree. That make 9. Now, see how easy that is?
Well, I'm very pleased with yourself, aren't you, Mr. Boudreaux?
Yes, I am.
Mr. Boudreaux, you'll be working with bigger numbers than just that.
That ain't no problem. No. Watch this. Okay? Now, what that look like?
Let's see, you took your finger and smudged each of the little tree drawings.
Exactly. And that represents the number 99.
How do you figure that?
Well, that smudge changed each one of them little pictures from a tree to a dirty tree. See? You got dirty tree and dirty tree and dirty tree. That equal 99.
I believe your people say, aye. Well, Mr. Boudreaux, this is all very interesting, but you can't be filling up a whole page with little drawings of trees.
You don't got to do that. Look here. See that 99? I'll make it into 100.
Yeah. Is that a dog standing beside one of the trees?
Yep, that's right.
Well, what are those little black squiggles you drew under each of the trees?
Them there dog turds. That little dog come by, left one under each tree, and that make it 100.
What? How do you figure that?
Cause now each one of them dirty trees got a turd underneath it, see? Dirty tree and a turd, dirty tree and a turd, dirty tree and a turd, that make 100. So what time you want me to work in the morning?
Which means we hope you've enjoyed John Boy and Billy Playhouse.
What does this little elephant represent?
Tune in again next time when we'll hear the crusty old cashier at the billing window say,
Hey, big man, let me hold $1.
Okay. Had to explain the dirty tree. I just left off the turd. Okay. Dirty tree to turd, dirty tree to turd. I have some good news out of Goldsboro, North Carolina. A local business gave out 1,500 backpacks during the end of summer bash. Yeah, that's right. Adrian and Selena Worrell, owners of Worrell Contracting Company, founded the A&S Foundation, which is a charity group dedicated to helping local students. And through their foundation, A&S organized the 9th annual Back to School Bash. Hundreds of families lined up to grab the free backpacks stuffed with pencils, notebooks, and crayons. But this wasn't just about the upcoming school year. Instead, everyone was invited to celebrate the end of summer with free hot dogs, snow cones, and face painting, among many other activities. The event was another huge success and something that Adrian and Selena plan to continue for years to come. Quote, "This is year 9 and we're not ever going to stop," end quote, said Selena. "So always expect this on this same Friday of every year," said Selena. Now, also in Goldsboro is Carl and Shell's Grill Room. They're in Goldsboro, the nicest little steakhouse in town. And they are the makers of John Boy and Billy Grill and Sauce. Carl the cook, right? You guys have asked a lot about the Grill and Sauce. Yes, it's still in production. It's at select Walmarts and the local section of the Harris Teeter stores that I know for sure. And it's online. You can go and buy it online at johnboyandbillysauce.com. Or you could just go to bigshowfoods.com. And there you can also see Carl's seasoning sauces and things that he uses at his steakhouse. bigshowfoods.com or johnboyandbillysauce.com. And a lot of good things happening over there in Goldsboro, North Carolina. And more about families donating stuff. We've got a family who, John and Christine Shepard of Jefferson County, Missouri, were getting ready to move closer to their daughter, Kim. All right. So they were doing what most folks do after they've been living in their house for a long, long time. They start to purge before a move. And they found some boxes filled with Kim's childhood Beanie Baby collection. Yeah. How many of you have come across some of that, your kid's stuff in the attic or in the garage? They asked Kim if she wanted to keep the toys that were collected in the 90s. And inspired by a social media video that went viral, Kim suggested giving the plushies to the Jefferson County Sheriff's Office, where they were handed off to the department's Crisis Intervention Unit. So that's what Christine and John did. They went and they handed off the Beanie Babies to the Sheriff's Office. And it was a win-win all the way around. Deputies now keep the toys in their patrol cars to hand out to kids during scary or traumatic emergency calls. And the Shepard family was able to declutter while feeling great about these special toys getting a second life. It's always good to be part of calming a child down during some bumpy times. Now, what did everybody else do with their Beanie Babies, I wonder?
Good morning. This is a big show on the radio for you Tuesday. Remember last week,
Tater come up with this list of Beanie Babies. We're talking about old toys and maybe what they're going to be worth something. There was a list of Beanie Babies and was going through them. Like starting out, Strut the Rooster, $19,500. Iggy the Iguana, Curly Beanie Baby, Valentino, Claude the Crab. And we went down to the most expensive one was the Princess Diana Beanie Baby, listed for $507,000.
Whoa.
Over $500,000. I was telling Bill, I said, don't worry, you ain't got it.
Yeah.
It's got to be in good condition, with the tag and all that.
Yeah.
So I found this list yesterday. I was going to my wife. I said, hey, look at this, man. Princess Diana Beanie Baby. All them Beanie Babies you spent money on back in the day. Here's one worth $507,000. She went upstairs and came back down with it.
No
there it is.
kidding.
I brought it in.
You mean this one right here? This one? This one?
Yes.
Still has a tag on it?
It's got a tag. It's in a box. It's in a clear box
Like in a
with
display.
a tag on it. Yeah. So
By
I
the way,
brought
you
it
should
in.
really poke an air hole in the top of that for it.
Poor thing's turning purple.
Oh, man, I was saying, you kidding me? I think you were a genius. $500,000. Get it on eBay.
Call the
Put it
kids,
up
quit
there.
the job, let's go.
Yeah.
Woo!
And I'm guessing that didn't happen. You know why? Because you're here having this
'Cause
conversation with
I'm,
us
yeah,
right now.
because I'm still working. Yeah, I'm calling bull duty on that. Man, looked it up eBay. There was one for sale for like $5. There was one for like $49,000 for sale, and there's a bunch of one for $9.99, one for $5. And I brought it in this morning, babies. I started to pull a Dave Chappelle, Billy.
I quit. That's it.
Yeah, you would have called everybody on the phone and done that.
Down the stairs with that Beanie Baby with $500,000. Oh man! And so you can't believe nothing. You get this off the internet.
I did. Quick top
Can't
10
believe
list.
nothing like that, man. Goodness sake! So
Well, who would have
anyway,
thought you had one?
the good news is I'll sell it to one of y'all for $12. Who wants it? Turn it around. So anyway, Ed looked it up today. He said he found one for $1, but there's one. A guy in Indonesia's got one for $500,000.
See, he went to the same website.
But you notice the guy from Indonesia has still got it. That's the trick.
Yeah, and it wasn't even any bids on the one like for $5. It was 20 minutes to go in this auction, no bids. So, oh man,
Maybe they don't know about that list.
oh, man, yeah, for a few minutes there.
It was fun, wasn't
yesterday.
it?
Oh yeah, it was fun. Yeah, a lot of fun.
All right.
Yeah. So anyway,
So we're here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I got the Beanie Baby right here. If y'all come by the studio, you can look at it. $1 a piece.
And it's time for some Tatertainment news for episode 33. TV news kicking it off for us, and some sad news in TV land. Actress Shelley Fabares, a star in the sitcoms The Donna Reed Show and Coach, passed away August 22nd in L.A. She was 82 years old. She received Emmy nominations for Supporting Comedy Actress in 1993 and 1994 for her work on Coach. She was great on that show. She played Christine Armstrong, a TV news anchor, and the love interest of Coach Hayden Fox, played by Craig T. Nelson. She also had a chart-topping hit in 1962 with Johnny Angel, How I Love Him. Something like that. But yeah, Johnny Angel. So our prayers and condolences to the Fabares family, and sad news coming out of L.A. Other TV news debuting on Hulu is the spinoff of reality series The Girls, a Khloe Kardashian project featuring her inner circle of friends. Oh my God, this is going to be so great. We get to see Khloe, and I'm sure her sister Kim will show up from time to time. Come on now, Khloe. Season 3 of Conan O'Brien Must Go premieres on HBO Max. Have you been watching this? This season, Conan visits India, Morocco, the Philippines, and Amsterdam. Big red-headed Conan hitting the streets. So that is happening over there. Peacock. Oh, I hit that P hard. So subscribers to NBC's streamer Peacock will notice a hike in your monthly bill, which they raised just last year. They're raising it again this year. and they claim that these higher fees will allow the company to continue to create the best experience for its viewers. That's right. Effective last week, subscription rates increased for every tier at Peacock. The simpler plan was raised to $9, and the Premium Plus plan with Sunday Night Football, the WWE, the Olympics, also every NBC and Bravo show, plus ad-free movies, jumped to $20 a month. You say, that doesn't sound like much. Well, the new annual charges range from $90 to $200, according to Deadline. I don't subscribe to that one, but we do subscribe to a bunch. The Royals. Raymond Hart said on Facebook his biggest wearing point with the news is all the news about the Royals. He's heard enough, and he already knows what I'm going to tell y'all now. And Raymond, I'm sorry. This is a good time to fix a snack. So Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, are moving back to England. They're taking their kids with them, Archie, who's 7, and Lilibet, who is 5, and they will enroll them next month into the posh British schools. The couple informed King Charles last week that they were making the big move. Meanwhile, his brother, Prince William, and Kate Middleton were, quote, blindsided by the news because the family dynamic has been messy for quite a while, which is the news that drives Raymond Hart crazy. Right there with you, my friend. If you remember, 6 years ago, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex left the country and their royal duties to build a life in California. That's right, they packed up and they moved to California. That's the place you ought to be. They wanted to get away from the nasty British tabloids. I guess they figured that didn't really stop when they moved to California, so they've reversed course with some raised eyebrows and some questions why they have the change of heart. And most people have speculated that Harry returning to England says something about the king's health. Yeah, King Charles, who's 77, has been undergoing treatment for almost 3 years now for an undisclosed cancer. And, yeah, so they're going to still keep their house in California. I say house. They call it an estate. You know, potato. And they're going to keep their Portugal vacation home, according to People magazine. But Meghan's friends said that she's returning to London on a trial basis. Okay. A source claimed, quote, Meghan is agreeing to try it, but she isn't moving back to Britain. 6 months is the test. She wants an exit strategy. Okay. All right, so Meghan is there to support Harry, who clearly wants to be closer to Dad, but she's not saying she's not going to commit to longer than 6 months. She's going to see if it works. If it does, she'll stay. If not, it'll be a long distance relationship, according to Naughty Gossip. Good luck to you, crazy kids. And speaking of royalty, Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce are in the news. What for? Well, the American Kennel Club reported that searches last month for Samoyeds puppies jumped 15%. The breed was the 55th most popular in America before Taylor and Travis showcased their new puppy. That's right. They got themselves a Samoyed. They adopted it, though. And the breed has become trendy. So one breeder claimed they received 50 inquiries for their 3 purebred Samoyed puppies that they had on hand, which cost $5,000 or more a piece. Depends if you get a male or a female. You know how that goes. Samoyeds are said to be a fantastic family dog that gets along well with children, and key selling point, cats, because Taylor has 3 of those. However, the breed is expensive to maintain. They have a double coat. They're those big, fluffy, white-haired dogs that you see, and they require professional grooming almost every month, unless you have the time to do it yourself. But do like they did. Save yourself the $5,000. Hit one of the country's shelters, especially during August here. It's Clear the Shelters events going on all over the country, where most shelters waive the adoption fees for a donation. Find out how you can help. And if you really want a Samoyed, go see, because hopefully the people who are buying them are hanging on to them. There's a bunch of dogs that could really use a loving home. Oh, and speaking of dogs, a dog food recall. The brand Years, Years, said that dog owners should stop feeding its fresh meals to their dogs immediately after it caused vision loss in some pets. So again, the dog food brand is Years, Y-E-A-R-S. If your dog eats that, stop it immediately. Columbia House. You remember Columbia House? I know you do. That record club where you used to be able to buy a dozen albums for a penny if you signed up for a membership. Hey, you young kids, used to be able to, like, membership, like a subscription, sign up to this place called Columbia House, and for a penny, you could get a dozen albums. Well, they're closing up shop. Now, you're right, they haven't sold music since 2009, so it's been a while since they've done the album Penny Club. They're only selling DVDs. And on their website, they said, after September 15th, Columbia House will no longer be accepting new orders. You can still purchase books with your credit card or with credits as normal, but no more DVDs. And back in the day, the deal was you had to keep ordering additional albums at regular club prices, plus the shipping and handling. Remember, send it off to Walla Walla, Washington. You then would receive an album of their choosing once a month, and if you didn't return it with the tight deadline, yep, you were billed, and you were responsible for paying it back. So that was Columbia House. And our last story, the Spider-Man Brand New Day, $39 million this past weekend in the box office. Their fourth weekend at number one. That puts their tally now for domestic here in North America at $854.9 million. It'll soon surpass Avengers Endgame, which has an $858.4 million total. And second grossing only to Star Wars The Force Awakens at $936.7 million. I tell you about all these zeros because Tom Holland, who plays Spider-Man, very smart. He'll earn a minimum of $100 million from all of this Spider-Man Brand New Day money. Why? Because his contract called for a base pay of $20 million. His back-end deal on the film's revenue is not capped, meaning that Tom continues to rake in the big bucks with each weekend box office haul. And I was telling you last weekend about the cast from Barbie wanting to come back for Barbie 2, and they're trying to strike that kind of deal as well. So the agent really did a wonderful job for Mr. Tom Holland because he is a young dude, and he's like 30. Man, he's got him some cash-ola.
What are you going to do with me, Green Goblin?
I'm already doing it. You're bait, Miss Watson. I'm using you to trap Spider-Man in a web of my own. Then I'll destroy you both with my devaporator ray.
It'll never work. Spider-Man will save me.
And for the life of me, I don't know why.
What the hell is that supposed to mean?
Well, let's face it. He could certainly do better than you. He's a superhero, for Pete's sake. Why is he all googly-eyed over a butt-ugly little tramp like you? Those little baked bean teeth. Yuck.
I've got personality.
Yes, but apparently not a mirror. I've seen better heads on a boil.
Hey. You can't talk that way about my fiancée.
Spider-Man!
How's it going, man?
And she certainly looks like one.
Oh, that's not cool, man. She might not be the prettiest thing.
Hey, I'm standing right here.
But she's got,
personality, I know. If it's any consolation, you won't have to look at her much longer. Prepare to die.
Oh, the evaporator ray. You're a real buzzkiller, Green Goblin, man.
What's wrong, Webhead? Didn't your spider senses tingle?
I just thought my butt fell asleep again, man.
You said your last man. Prepare to meet your doom.
Oh, there's just two things you need to know about me, Green Goblin. Number one, I'm your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. And number two, look out, man!
I can't see!
You made me use my stuff on you, man. How about a little spider foo?
Oh, I can't feel my Goblin McNuggets.
And the coup de grace. Activate super spider poot powers.
I can't breathe.
I call that taking care of business, man.
No.
Oh! Spider-Man! My hero!
Oh, wait a minute. I'm feeling something.
You're not gonna cut the cheese again, are you?
No. I feel a song coming on.
Baby, let me be your little Spider-Man. I can spin a big old web just like a spider can. Oh, let me be your Spider-Man. I don't want to be a beetle, 'cause beetles got that shell. I don't want to be a stink bug, 'cause stink bugs really, really, really smell. Oh, I want to be your Spider-Man. I can climb, slap up that wall, shoot webs out of my hand. Oh, let me be your Spider-Man.
Oh, Spider-Man.
Oh, baby. Man, that wasn't me.
Have some Tater hater comments. I think we did pretty good making it to episode 33 and only coming up with 3 Tater hater comments, which is pretty darn good. But I'm going to read them anyway. In response to the question on Facebook, what is your favorite memory of the John Boy and Billy Big Show? James Hairston said, retirement. Renee Edmiston also responded to the question of what's your favorite memory from the John Boy and Billy Big Show, and she wrote, never cared for Tater. Starlin C. wrote, I love to listen to y'all on my morning commute to work. Oh, maybe I got this one wrong. He goes on, but y'all are going to have to let this go eventually. We have all the memories and the albums, etc., but y'all need to begin to move on. I'm saying this to help you. Not in the Hater Tater comments, but from Mark Howard wrote on his memory of the Big Show, I remember the song that John Boy and Billy had for you. It's Tater, that was done to the tune of Wendy by the Association. That is a pretty good memory for me too, Mark, because I didn't know that it was going to happen. I didn't know it was written. I didn't know Billy had already produced it. I got to listen to it at the same time that you did. I was very honored. And I didn't know until I walked in that day and they said, the bit today is everyone knows it's Marcy. What? And Tim Wilson was there too. No, he was. You'll hear him laugh.
The Big Show guest coordinator, smiling at everybody she sees. Our favorite girl, her nickname is Tater. Everyone knows it's Marcy. Who laughs at all the jokes that we're telling? Our favorite guest star on the Playhouse. Nice penmanship, but terrible spelling. Everyone knows it's Marcy. And Marcy don't seem to care when we make fun of her hair. And Tater's our favorite pair, all by herself. All by herself. All by herself. Who's sneaking out for lunch with her husband? Meets him an average 3 times a week. Who's heading home to have a quick nooner? Everyone knows it's Marcy. And Marcy's got messed up hair. It sticks straight up here and there. Wears old ladies' underwear. Or so we've heard. Or so we've heard. Or so we've heard. Or so we've heard. Who is the Big Show guest coordinator? Smiling at everybody she sees. Our favorite girl, her nickname is Tater. Everyone knows it's Marcy. Who laughs at all the jokes that we're telling? Our favorite 'cause it's Marcy.
All right. Very true. Some of the song. Yes, my hair was always a mess, but you remember the beginning of the podcast, I was telling you I didn't even have my makeup on until like 7:30. And my spelling is terrible. I would write on the big board that we had in there to let them know what was coming up and what guests were there, and I was constantly misspelling things. Easy things like Wednesday, I was spelling it wrong. So, but it was straight. It was very straight. Jackie said I should always been a teacher because I could write on a board, but I was definitely misspelling stuff all the time. And the neuter stuff, that was not true. Moving on, Larry Williford wrote, love all your characters, Myrtle, Lucy R., Mary Jane, Elizabeth, and I've drawn a blank on the others. I miss everything about the show, but so glad you're keeping it alive and well. Miss the bits with the General when he'd visit. Oh, I miss the General. Could you help me, Larry writes, could you help me remember who were the ladies in the studio before Summer, the intern, was there? All right, this is me. I haven't collaborated with anybody, but I believe in 93, there was a young lady named Jennifer. I think she was an intern, and then she kind of was in the role before Jackie got in the role. So then in 94, Jennifer had left. Jackie came on. So Jackie was in there. Lisa, you heard during Beat the Blonde and other things that they would do in there. Beautiful blonde hair, Lisa. Then Claire B. Lang came in. She started out as filling in for Rayford during the news, but then they brought her in for news and to be on the show, Claire B. Lang, which I believe she's still doing stuff with NASCAR. You might be able to hear her over on satellite radio. Then was Summer, and then me. I believe that's all the ladies that were like on payroll. Very good question, Larry. Made me think on that one. I have one last comment and question. This one is from Wesley Bynum. Wesley writes, Tate, I have a bit I would love to hear. Whistle Stopper 2000. He also mentions Pillars doing Carl Childers' Tom Thumb. I'll have to save that for another day, Wesley. Love what you're doing. Keep it up, gal. Love you back, Wesley. Greg Warren, GregWarrenComedy.com. Greg came to the show, and he's a fantastic, clean comedian. We went on tour with them during the Blue Comedy Tour for the big show. Greg is the one that is the whistle stopper. It was a character that he knew his uncle, and so Billy wrote a commercial parody with that ability that Greg Warren's able to do. I will play it for you next. You can check Greg out on Instagram at GRockWarren, on Facebook at Greg Warren Comedy. He's also on YouTube under the Nateland Entertainment umbrella. He has a podcast with two comedian buddies in St. Louis, and their podcast is The Consumers, which new episodes drop every Tater Tuesday. So after you get done listening to this, go check out The Consumers with Greg Warren. It'll be super.
Residential burglaries are at an all-time high. Protect your home from unauthorized entry with state-of-the-art security. Greg Tech presents the Whistle Stopper 2000 Texas-style alarm.
Listen, somebody's in the house.
When Whistle Stopper 2000 detects unauthorized entry, it emits this high-powered attention signal.
Security breach, Section 6. Security breach, Section 6.
Whistle Stopper 2000 deters the intruder with no-nonsense voice commands.
Stop, thief. Stop, thief. Stop. I said, stop, thief.
The automatic two-way communication system dials 911 instantly.
Summoning the police. Summoning the police.
911, do you have an emergency?
A customer needs assistance. Suspect in house 1616 Sycamore Street.
First responders will arrive with lightning speed to stop crime dead in its tracks.
Police on site. Freeze. Sucker. Hands up. Suspect in custody. Situation pacified.
Whistle Stopper 2000 even taunts the suspect as he's being taken away.
Steal our silverware? Not today, you sneaky son of a bitch. I'll put Sasquatch on you.
State-of-the-art security, Texas style. Whistle Stopper 2000 by Greg Tech. For information, call us toll-free at 800-WHISTLE-STOP.
Available in Houston, Texas, Galveston, Texas, San Antonio, Texas, Lubbock, Texas, and San Francisco. That's not Texas, that's another state that doesn't begin with S.
That's Greg Warren at gregwarrencomedy.com. WARREN. Greg was the one that gave me my first chance on stage. During his set, he let me come out and improvise as Myrtle Bethede. He's a fantastic dude. All right, you guys, I think that's a good spot to put a pin in it. A huge thank you to all the Tater heads who dropped comments and questions. It's really becoming my favorite part of the podcast, even with the Tater haters. Bless your hearts. A quick shout out to the Tater wedges this week. Yeah, we're trying that one on. That was suggested by Doug Nunnally. So a shout out to Tater wedge Earl Dennis, Blake Watts Jr., Rick Hauk, Debbie Poland York, Bobby with an I, Goodhart, Grant Page, Bubba Taylor, Dennis Aaron, Mike Moneymaker, Vicky Joyce King, Wendy Sharp Skaggs, Pam Dills, and Leah Falzerano. Holla to my main character, Barry, who fixed some glitches or I would have missed Tater Tuesday this week. Friends and family, thanks for all the love and support. And mainly, thank you to John Boy and Billy for the use of their bits today. These are still available in the Bitbox at thebigshow.com for 99 cents. Episode Dirty Tree is in the books. We'll see you next time for Dirty 4. Yeah, that doesn't really work. All right, see you next time.